Dave Campbell's Texas Football here at the DFW Clinic. I get all these clinics confused. DFW Clinic, an outstanding clinic here in Grapevine, Texas, here with the head coach of the Lubbock Coronado Mustangs. It's Coach DJ Mann in his outstanding hat. Let's talk about, can I just have this hat?
Nah, man, this hat is one of one.
It's one of one?
This hat is one of one, man. I'm the only person with this hat.
How do we make it one of two? Because I'm very interested in this hat.
Man, I may give it to you and see if I can get another one made. Because you're my guy. You're my guy. So I take care of my family, man, you know?
That's why I hang out with DJ Mann. All right, let's talk a little bit about your first year as the head coach of the Lubbock Coronado Mustangs. Go to the playoffs. Seemed like you guys got better as the season went on. But that's me sitting behind a desk on TV. Mm-hmm. You're on the sideline. How would you assess your first year there at Coronado?
And you know, we didn't get where we wanted to get. You know, we wanted to be playing during Thanksgiving. You know, winning the district championship, that was big, and you know, having the opportunity for kids to sign to go to college next week is going to be an important thing. But you know, in my opinion, man, we got a long way to go.
That's interesting because I think there's a lot of people who would look around and say, "Hey, you know what, Coronado, 7-5, came within a whisker, knocking off a good Midlothian team in the second round of the playoffs, get a playoff win, district championship. You know, you guys pull the upset by many people over Tascosa. Not you, I know, but you would look at that and say, not good enough. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that's not our standard.
Okay.
You know, I don't believe that's our standard, and I'm very proud of those kids. I don't want to kind of like downplay it and say, hey man, you know, we didn't do what we were supposed to do, but. You know, we have big plans. You know, the expectations are really high. I put a lot of pressure on myself. I put a lot of pressure on my coaches and our kids to kind of take it to the next level. So, you know, that's what we're working towards doing, and hope that we can get there.
All right, you've been in the job now for a year. What do you know about the job that maybe you didn't know when you took it?
Man, you know, hiring guys to Lubbock, Texas is a tough thing. It's a great place. It's just, you know, it's hard to get people to come out there, you know, if they've never seen it. And I learned you have to think big picture. You know, you got to go day by day, but, you know, everything you do, there's going to be something that affects it, you know, 3 weeks down the line, maybe a month down the line. So you have to really think big picture when you're planning things, even like practice or off season or, you know, your athletic period. What are you going to do with this kid? You know, you just have to think on a grand scale, man.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk a little bit about recruiting because I know that's a passion of yours.
Yes, sir.
You're always blowing up my Twitter feed about recruiting and things like that. Next week's National Signing Day.
Yeah.
What are your emotions on days like that, on National Signing Day? Because I know you put a lot of work into stuff. What are days like next Wednesday like for you?
Man, it's a very stressful day that morning. You know, making sure you get all the paperwork taken care of. But man, it's a day that's most important to me. Like I want to play in the state championship. You know, I want to win a state championship. But you know, signing day is like a national championship day to me. Because it's a big competition as far as getting kids signed and seeing how many you can have. But it's a relief because, you know, you get to see these kids smile, man. You get to see the weight come off their shoulders. You get to see the parents smile and cry. So, man, it's one of my favorite days. It's like Christmas to me. You know, you get to unwrap these gifts and see these kids sign these scholarships and go to the next level. But then, like, you know, we sign at 2 o'clock. At 2:45, I'm asking my recruiting coordinator, you know, how many can we do next year? You know, can we take it to another level, man? And it just doesn't stop. Like it's a year-round thing.
All right, you've got a neighbor out there in the 806, a new neighbor there at the in the big chair there on the South Plains, and Joey McGuire taking over at Texas Tech. Mm-hmm. We've talked a lot about how, you know, what a big thing that is to have a Texas high school football guy there at the head coach at Texas Tech. But that's from me as a media guy.
Yeah.
Speaking as a high school football head coach in the state of Texas, what does it mean to have guys like Jeff Traylor, guys like Joey McGuire coaching at the highest levels, at the FBS level?
Man, it's important, you know, because we can relate to those guys. Those guys can relate to us. And, you know, a lot of guys in this building right now have aspirations to be a college coach. So when you see Coach Traylor do it and you see Coach McGuire do it, you know, you say, hey, man, if we win enough games and we treat people right, you know, we earn that respect, we're going to have the opportunity eventually to sit in that seat, you know, if we do the right things.
All right, 2022, your Lubbock Coronado Mustangs. Obviously, we don't know who you're playing. We still got realignment to go, things like that. But when you take a look 8 months before you're going to play a game, what has you excited about the 2022 Mustangs?
When you bring back a quarterback that threw for 3,200 yards.
Okay.
You know,
that's fine. Yeah, you're into that kind of thing.
When you bring back a kid that threw for 3,200, you're going to always have a chance. You know, when you can't coach experience, he's got 12 games under his belt. He's seen all the defenses that you can throw at him. So we're excited, man. And, you know, we're bringing a CU takeover back now. You know, I put that away a long time ago when I when I left Houston, but CU Takeover is coming now.
I love it. And finally, one of your 7 wins this past year was over Amarillo Palo Duro. The last time we talked about the game against Amarillo Palo Duro because, of course, Eric Mims, the coach there, he's an alum of Palo Duro. He's got them pointed in the right direction, obviously doing great things. You guys get the win. How much mess have you talked to Eric Mims?
Man, I hadn't talked a lot. I actually owe him another L. I need to give him another L to even it up because he beat me twice at Duncanville.
Mm-hmm.
But since we're head coaches, my 1 win is bigger than the 2 that he's given us. But man, it was fun. I was talking so much trash during the game, like so much trash. Like across the field, I'm yelling, I'm talking crazy, but it's all love. Like, he's my brother. I really wouldn't want to play him again, to be honest, because I don't want to give him an L. I don't want him to give me an L because, these jobs are hard to get, so we have to protect ourselves. We got to protect our brothers, protect our records, so, man, it's all love. But, I talk a little trash to him, and he don't want to see us again.
I would expect nothing less. DJ Mann, appreciate your time, my friend.
Thank you kindly, man.
Thanks so much for watching that video. If you would like more and to be notified when they come out, go ahead and click that subscribe button right down there. You can also watch Texas Football Today every day live at noon on TexasFootball.com, Facebook, Twitch, and right here on YouTube. For more of the best coverage of Texas football in the Lone Star State, go to TexasFootball.com/subscribe.